Good afternoon, Pokesports. I'm with another VGC Battle Stadium Series 12 video. Bring you a Mr. Rime team. Not just any Mr. Rime team, a Mr. Rime team plus Naganadel all on the same team. I am excited to try this one out because Mr. Rime, I feel like, is one of the better Pokemon introduced in Generation 8 that receives no respect because its typing is absolute garbage. So we're gonna hopefully get to see some Mr. Rime action today, and the issue with Mr. Rime also is that a lot of people just kind of default to going Galarian Mr. Mime because that's pretty much the exact same stats, and it's an evolution or it's a pre-evo, so you get to use Eevee on it and make it a lot more tanky. The thing is, let's be honest, guys, Ice Psychic is an awful typing, so why even decide to build in bulk when Zacian runs around? You might as well just give it a Sash. So this might be the final opportunity for Mr. Rime to be pretty, you know, usable, I'd say, in Series 12. So I'm excited to try this out. Now, this is a support Mr. Rime, so what our plan is to have Fake Out support and also smack an Ice Shard into the Naganadel, which then gets a Weakness Policy boost, followed by the Dynamax Max Airstream, hopefully getting a lot of stat boosts afterwards with Okos and Beast boosts and etceteras. Now, this team is from the Absolion on YouTube. They have a YouTube channel where they go ahead and go through the entire Pokedex. I believe their most recent video is a Nidoran male team. I'm not brave enough to try that one out, but I'm brave enough to try out Mr. Rime. So make sure to check them out. Link will be in the description, of course. And yeah, the rest of the team is pretty self-explanatory. We have a Rillaboom just for Grassy Glide stuff and another form of Fake Out support. We also do have the Whimsicott for Tailwind support if we need that. If we're not fast enough with the Naganadel, we can make ourselves fast enough, which is really convenient. We have the Kyogre for the weather, and also just a great restricted mod to have in the back and, you know, get those late game Okos. Kind of the same reason with the Eviltal, those late game Okos. Since our plan is not going to be the Dynamax Eviltal too often, I mean, if we have to, we have to, right? We're running the Assault Vest here. So that's pretty straightforward. Anyway, if you guys are excited to see Mr. Rime here on the channel dancing its little tappy feet away, then go ahead, hit the like button down below, and subscribe to Pokesports if you haven't done so already. And with that said, let's get on to today's battles. Double Unova Dragons. Okay, double Unova Dragons, Thundurus, and Moltres, followed by double Psychic support types. Okay, so I like the theme here. It's double everything. Double Drakes, double Birds, double Psychics. Cool. How do we deal with this, though? Double Unova Drakes. Naganadel outspeeds both of them and can probably one-shot both of them. The issue is Mr. Rime gets redirected by the Indeedee, which would suck a little bit. I don't need the Whimsicott for Tailwind, I don't think. I think I'm just going to go Naganadel, go Mr. Rime. I'm considering Rillaboom, but I think I'm just going to go Yveltal and Kyogre. I think those two are definitely the better options. Bring both of my restricteds. There's no Ogre on their side of the field. Do we really need the Rillaboom? Not really. Right? The Rillaboom really only would help with taking care of the terrain, for example, right? It would take care of the Indeedee terrain, which could help us a little bit, but at the same time, it's not mandatory. It's not like I want to waste a slot on the team for it. Now, unfortunately, I do lead with Indeedee Zekrom, which means they probably will click follow me, especially in this situation. If they do click Max Whirlwind, I think they definitely knock out my my Naganadel. I have to be very careful with what I do with Naganadel. I gotta be very careful with what I do with Naganadel. Ooh, and I can't really hard swap into anything. Like, this Zekrom can actually deal with the majority of my team. That's very bad. What if for now I just protect? Part of me wants to Dynamax Mr. Rime. Is that, like, how bad of an idea is it? I am max speed, max special attack, timid. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's an option that I have. Oh, no, I'm protecting. And then I am just going to go for the Ice Beam here onto the Indeedee for now. Just for now. I might Dynamax this thing. We'll see how this game goes. Now, they don't Dynamax either, but they do go for the Follow Me. So it's good that I didn't go for the Ice Shard because I would have just wasted my turn here. So just a nice big Ice Beam onto the Indeedee. I'm surprised that both of us didn't Dynamax. That's great damage. Scale Shot. Whoa. Not what I expected at all. Now I'm scared. Guys, I'm gonna Dynamax Mr. Rime. I think I'm definitely Dynamaxing Mr. Rime. I did it. First battle of the day, I Dynamax Mr. Rime. I just think it's the best option I have right now. And I think that Naganadel's gonna die if I Dynamax it, because then they could always go for their Dynamax and then one-shot me and they can redirect here. The Indeedee is causing me a lot of problems, a lot of stress if you haven't tell. Look at the wrinkles on my eyes. That's all thanks to Indeedee. Now, Dynamax Mr. Rime. Didn't think I would ever click this. Followed by another follow me on Indeedee. Unfortunate, but hey, it's life. I should be able to do a lot of damage here, considering how much the Ice Beam did. I'm assuming this would do just even more. Or not, about the same. The Max Hailstorm does mean that I will be able to finally eliminate this Indeedee. It also means that they're going for Scale Shot again, right? Or did they switch it up? I still have to get rid of this Reshiram as soon as I possibly can, because the Pokemon I have in the back don't deal with Reshiram very well. That's not a Reshiram, that's a Zekrom. Oh, they switched to Fusion Bolt. Ouch. Big youch. Okay. Zekrom. Why is this causing me more problems than it should? I feel like it shouldn't be causing this many problems, but thankfully I do have the super effective stabs on things again. They send in the Meowstic. Why aren't I worried? Meowstic can go for like insert psychic move here onto my Naganadel. I think I'm just going to take the shot here. Double into Zekrom, call it a day. Get rid of it. It's causing me stress. I don't like it. Eliminate it from the game. Let Meowstic do what Meowstic's doing. As long as it's not ally switching on me, I'll be fine. They are going to Dynamax the Zekrom now. Okay. Here we go. Can we knock it out with a Mr. Rime is the question. How fast is Mr. Rime? I actually wasn't paying attention to speed tiers. Was I outspeeding there? I believe I was. At least I hope I was, because I didn't take a Fusion Bolt well, so I'm probably not taking a Max Lightning well, especially not after a Light Screen. I might actually not KO this thing. Oh, no, I'm definitely... That's a +2, by the way, guys. I was weakness policy boosted, was I not? Oh, no, I'm not yet. That's right, I'm not weakness policy boosted yet. Now they are, which is inconvenient. I do thankfully outspeed, so I will get a hit off here with the Mr. Rime. Thankfully, a big hit, too. Now, it all depends on who they decided to one-shot. It's the Mr. Rime. Yeah, there I go. There's good news and bad news. That was a crit. Don't think it mattered, because Fusion Bolt is a little bit weaker than Max Lightning, but hey, oh well. I could still lose this. I could definitely still lose this. I don't like that fact. The fact that I could still lose this is not what I'm looking forward to here. The Hail Chip's gonna help me a little bit. They're very slow. If Mr. Rime is outspeeding them, then I think... How fast is Mr. Rime? It can't be that fast. Mr. Rime is base 70. Yeah, if base 70 is outspeeding them, then Ogre should be outspeeding them. And Yveltal should even outspeed them. I'm gonna go Ogre. Water Spout plus Dragon Pulse. It'll be a lot of damage onto the Meowstic as well, which is really convenient. And also, it paints a bigger target on this Ogre, right? So I'm able to keep the Naganadel for another turn, which is convenient. Yeah, I just always go for Draco Meteor plus Water Spout here. I'm the fastest on the field unless this is a Meowstic that has T-Wave or something. It has Reflect. Okay, it's just dual screens Meowstic here. We're gonna have to break through these screens. You know what would have been convenient for these screens? Mr. Rime, which just died. We crit there, right? No, we just straight damage. I think this Water Spout finishes it off. Yes, good. Ogre saved us from Zekrom. Words that I've never thought I'd ever have to say ever. But it happened. Now, do they have, like, Reshi as their final? Most likely, right? They have Reshi as... Yep, there it is. Reshi as the final. So we should be able to just theoretically Water Spout and Depulse here. And that should be game. And before Scarfed. Just go for the Draco, go for the Water Spout. This is a wild game, man. This was not your run-of-the-mill game. Battle is going to be canceled, unfortunately. But, fortunate for us, we did take a dub with the team. Not bad? Okay. I didn't think I'd Dynamax Mr. Rime, but things happen. Things happen. Whoa, Gyarados. Double Intimidate on their side of the field. And honestly, Naganadel outspeeds the majority of their team. Everything but Regieleki. So we don't actually need Whimsicott here, which is super nice to not need a Whimsicott. Because as much as I love Whimsicott, it is kind of, I don't want to say a wasted slot, but it's a Pokemon that doesn't do damage on the team. And if we're running Mr. Rime and Whimsicott, that's 2 Pokemon that don't do damage on the team. So I'm super limited with what I can do here. But thankfully, you know, it looks like we're in the right place at the right time. So I think we're going to go Naganadel right away. Naganadel, Mr. Rime. Bring Yveltal. Nope. Do we bring Yveltal here? Actually, no, I don't think so. I mean, it could help, but I think we have to bring Rilla. Even though they have a billion Intimidators, I think Rilla's still the option. My biggest threat on their side of the field is probably going to be that Dialga, though. Most likely going to be Dialga, because I am looking at my team. I don't really have a surefire way of just straight up one-shotting it. I feel like most Pokemon in general can't one-shot a Dialga, but I don't really have a way to deal with it, right? I do have maybe a Depulse. Maybe an Ice Beam from Mr. Rime, but, you know, all in all, Dialga does very well into my team. I do have a fighting move on Rillaboom, so that is something. Drain Punch. You do not see that every day. But hey, I guess it's convenient because I'm Life Orb Rillaboom, so I'm able to get my health back after I lose it. So I will take that. I will definitely take that for sure. Anyway, their leads are going to be Aleki and Dialga. Okay, these are the 2 Pokemon that I had a little bit of concern about. That is the coolest shiny in the game. I've never seen the Naganadel shiny, at least not in recent memory. What are the odds that they, you know, Trick Room here? Is it high? Might be high. I could go for Airstreams. I could just go for the Max Whirlwind, though. Like, what if I just Max Whirlwind here? And Fake Out. Just to stop any potential Trick Room that might potentially happen, you know? That's a pretty fair play. Let's see how much damage we can even do without a weakness policy boost. If we could do about, like, I'd say 30-ish to 0.5%, the weakness policy might be able to clean it up. All right, we're Dynamaxing first, so that means they're not Dynamaxing Aleki if they are Dynamaxing. I'm pretty sure they're just Volt Switching Aleki, Trick Rooming, and then bringing in their back Mons here, right? It's the only thing that I can really think of that they would do in this situation, because Aleki just doesn't do anything to Naganadel. Unfortunately, the Dialga does do something to Naganadel, and would probably one-shot my Naganadel. Oh, I'm in danger, huh? The Fake Out looks like it's not going to matter too much, huh? Oh, no. I told you Dialga was going to be a big problem for me. I said it. I told you. Maybe I should have brought Whim so I could have a switch in. Unfortunately, not the case. Let's see how we could possibly do something about this. Hopefully they went for the Mr. Rime. That Fake Out did nothing. I should have ice sharded myself right away. Oh, and they impulsed me. Yeah, I'm dead. GG, I guess. Like, what am I supposed to do now? Max Whirlwind is definitely not gonna do any damage, even if it crits. That is just hilarious. That is the most hilarious amount of damage I've seen all day. Eerie Impulse Aleki. They go for the Quake. That seems like they didn't need to do that. They actually went for the Mime. They actually went for the Mime. Okay, we're still in this somehow. That was a crit Quake. They are going to raise a special D here. I have no chance, no hope, no fathomable way of eliminating this Dialga from the game. So instead, I think I'm just going to go for the Aleki. Like I said, I have no other way of eliminating Dialga. Dialga's going to live for as long as it wants. I'm at least going to get rid of the stat drops that I just received. I might be able to take out an Aleki. We'll see. It's probably Sash on the Aleki, though. There's no way they Eerie Impulse me twice, right? Yeah. That would just be counterintuitive. They do just go for the Mr. Rime. Super aggressive from my opponent here. They are Life Orb, thankfully, so we might actually clean them off the field, which is really convenient. And if somehow... Oh, no. Either I'm very weak or they're very tanky. Oh, I guess Max Ooze in general is... Oh, no, they have the special defense boost as well, right? Max Quake might not take me out. We get to play another turn. Fine by me. That's a Rillaboom swap if I've ever seen one. All we gotta do is bring Rilla, go for the Grassy Glide, knock that spot out. Could always go for the Max Guard on this final turn of their Dynamax. I feel like dealing with the Dialga once it's not Dynamax is gonna be a lot easier than dealing with the Dialga right now. I'll be honest, I don't think I'm gonna win. But I never say never either. Never say never. I think in this situation, yeah, Max Guard is definitely our best option. And a Glide into Alekia is our best option. Whatever switches in is going to take a Life Orb Glide in the grassy terrain. So I'm not complaining. Of course, they do have double Intimidate on their side of the field. It's probably the instant that's coming in here. But if it is, fine. Gyarados. Well, this is going to be an Intimidate. But Gyarados is not going to like this. In fact, Gyarados is going to probably take half health to this still. Because it's still boosted damage. Okay, let's see how much damage we do to Gyarados. I prefer Gyarados over the Incin. That'll be completely honest about. Yeah, about half. Actually, a little bit more than half, right? They do just go for the Whirlwind on their last attempt here, but thankfully it's not going to happen. I'm getting a little more Grassy Glide health back. Nice. Yeah, we were intimidated, but like, what's stopping us from just Grassy Gliding again into Gyarados? Absolutely nothing, right? We are +1 too. Hey, I'm not saying it's possible. I'm also not saying it's impossible. Right? What do I have? Deep Pulse, Sludge Bomb, Air Slash. I could go for flinches here, which I think is my only option. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. The thing is, like, I feel like my Rillaboom has just become the bigger threat for the Dialga because of their Ogre in the back, right? I think Grassy Glide on this Rilla spot again, as long as it's like a min-max roll. Like, I think it's very possible that I can knock out this Gyarados here. But do I need to, though, is the question. I'll go for it. Might as well, right? And I'm going for flinches on the other side, so wish me luck. Oh, it's close. Okay, so I actually got min-rolled there. That's a little bit unfortunate. Hey, as long as we flinch, I'm fine. As long as we get this 30% chance. Nope, they have Roar of Time. That's on to Rilla, though, right? Yeah, it has to be. But we live at 13, followed by the bounce. We have Protect, though. They have to recharge there. Did they bounce my Rilla? They most likely did, right? This is a pretty decent opportunity to... I mean, I could Drain Punch. Or I could just Protect. I think protecting is the more commonsensical thing to do. Let's go for the Deep Pulse here into that spot. Followed by just a straight Protect here. Bounce is still a little bit terrifying for my Rillaboom. It will still knock me out, even if I do get the Drain Punch health back. At least this way, I'm able to get some grassy terrain health back as well. Let's see how much a Deep Pulse does. It's doing absolutely nothing. I need a really big crit, dude. I need the world's biggest crit to have a chance this game. Okay, I'm going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to go for the Drain Punch into the Dialga. Should I do that? Or should I just keep Air Slashing it? Oh, this matchup is rough. I mean, if they're just going for Roar Time into Rillaboom. I gotta Air Slash it again. I'm pretty sure this is AV on the Gyarados. So I should just knock out Gyarados. I know it's not doing anything here, but I also know it can't Protect, and it's a Pokemon that I can eliminate from the game. I really need this flinch. I don't know what else to say. I'm relying on a flinch, and, you know, you bet I am. Yes! Whew. So now they go back into either Alekia, which will die to Rilla, or Ogre, which will take a lot of damage from Rilla, might not die. So I can play this a little bit more intelligently, which is really convenient. They go into Alekia, I might double Protect. I should Protect, right? Their Life Orb, they have Protect themselves. They also have Eerie Impulse, so they might not carry Protect. Ooh, the questions, the plays. They definitely go for Rilla, though. They definitely go for Rilla because they have Ogre in the back. So I'm actually gonna just Dragon Pulse, Dialga, and Protect. Yeah, let's just do that. Dragon Pulse, Dialga, Protect. Yep, they protected with the Lucky. As long as Grassy Terrain still remains for the following turn, I'm in a pretty decent spot. If Grassy Terrain isn't on the field for the following turn, I'm screwed. It means I have to hard swap my Ogre in to deal with this. Ooh, was that a crit? Nope. Earth Power. They're smart. They're smart. They're smart. They didn't go for the Rilla because they think they know that my Grassy Terrain runs out this turn. And I can't reset it now. Now I can't reset it. Does it run out this turn is the question. It feels like it should. Dang it. What do I do now? Hold on, what's next? What's next is losing, I think. How fast is my Rillaboom here? 4 speed, yikes. Okay, that's not faster than Dialga, I don't think. I definitely can't. I'm gonna Protect. And I'm gonna Drain Punch. Nope, I'm gonna Grassy Glide. Because that's my only hope left. And hoping Dialga misses a Roar of Time here is also my only hope left. They go for the E-Web just to guarantee that they're faster. Now I especially need Dialga to miss a Roar of Time. Oh no, I just die. I guess I just die. Life Orb, Transistor boosted a Lucky. They went for the Flash Cannon. Oh, that definitely would have been into the that definitely would have been into the Rillaboom though. So they didn't even go for the Roar Time. I'm pretty sure I didn't have a chance to win this. GG's to my opponent, man. They played really well that turn 1. The turn 1 with the what was Eerie Impulse is what really ruined me here. Ogre, thanks for stopping by. But the crit is definitely not gonna let you live to see another day. Let's hope that doesn't happen again in the next battle. The Eerie Impulse, a Lucky definitely did throw us off. And I think also just expecting them to Trick Room versus us with an Lucky on the field was a little bit too, you know, imaginary. So let's just take what we learned here, get a final dub. Oh no, we're facing Broly. If this goes anything like the anime, we're in trouble. Anyway, we do have fake out options, so it's not the end of the world. And they also don't have a lot of threatening Pokemon for our team. Thankfully, there's no like, Zacian's not fun to play against, but you know, it's not the end all be all, right? We could try to match their Tailwind. The issue is they do have the Zacian, so I think I'd rather prevent their Tailwind than match it. So I'm going to lead Naganadel, I'm going to lead Mr. Rime. They do have Ogre and a Lucky, so I'm going to bring the Rilla. I think last but not least has to be my own Ogre. Because it resists their Zacian. And Zacian probably doesn't appreciate getting water spouted. Under the right conditions, right? We got to make sure we get enough airstreams going with our Naganadel in order to make sure that we can outspeed the Zacian. I think we actually need 2 with Ogre. It might actually just be 1. But overall, I think that's... the win con is here. It's definitely not invisible. That Landorus is definitely not liking the fact that there is a Mr. Rime on the field. Listen, I'll do it again. I'll Dynamax Mr. Rime again if I have to. I ain't afraid, Broly. That might be the only one thing that could defeat Broly. Now, I want to get this going, though. I want to... Oh, they actually do bring Landorus. Why? I might Dynamax my Mr. Rime here. Does that make me crazy? Probably. But I was always a crazy person. Okay. I'm going to Fake Out. And I'm going to Sludge Bomb. I'm just going to get rid of Whim. I'm not going to think twice. Mr. Rime isn't the most common Fake Out user in the game. My opponent might not even know that Mr. Rime gets Fake Out. So, let's see. See how this goes. The next turn, I think we're Dynamaxing the Rime. Because I'm assuming they're just going to EQ or they're going to Max Quake into my Naganadel, they're gonna knock it out, which is why I'm not even bothering Dynamaxing here. I'd much rather prevent their Tailwind from happening. And then save my Dynamax for something else. Might be an Ogre, might be Mr. Rime. We'll see. We'll definitely see. All right. My opponent is clearly confused by what's happening, which is great. Makes me happy. They are going to Dynamax the Lando. And it looks like they're not hard swapping anything. Nice. So no hard swap on the Whim. Could still be Protect on Whim, which could be sad. Means I just lose a Naganadel for absolutely no reason. It is what it is. All right, here's the fake out. Never mind. Not going to happen. Bop. Not today. And here's a beautiful Sludge Bomb. Okay. Now, if for some reason they decided to attack the Mr. Rime this turn, then I could not be any happier because Mr. Rime has Sash. And that means I can then make the thing that happens happen. No, that's a Quake. Go for the Rime, though. Nope, that's Naganadel. Bye, Naganadel. You really want me to Dynamax this Rime right now? You really want me to Dynamax this Rime Broly? I'll do it again. Listen, I'll do it again. Their Life Orb, even better. I know you're not vested now. I think they go either Zacian or they go Zacian. They for sure go Zacian. So I'm going Ogre. I'm Dynamaxing Ogre. If they go Zacian, I Dynamax Ogre. Alecki. Okay, so I'm hard swapping the Ogre out, is what that means. I should have gone Rilla. So their last is Zacian, which means the Rilla is actually not necessary. Which is okay. They also didn't get Airstream boosts on their Lando. Yeah, I'm Dynamaxing Max Hailstorm followed by the Landorus spot. I have no other question here. Also going hard into Rilla. Look like he's gonna go for the Ogre spot with no ifs, ands, or buts, right? If I go into Rilla, I'm pretty much sacking it off, but I'm taking the Landers with me. And then next turn, I can go for the Lucky spot if I really want to go down that route. The good news is, if this Lucky is Sash, the Hailstorm will break that Sash this turn rather than next. I have faith. I have faith in Charlie Chaplin here. I definitely have some faith. I can't believe I'm doing this twice in one video. I really didn't think I was supposed to. The Absolian, please tell me, am I supposed to do this? I don't think I am, but I'm doing it. I'm doing it anyway. I'm playing this team completely wrong. But hey, sometimes you got to play wrong to be right. Some more Kevin quotes for you guys. Okay, Dynamaxing our Mr. Rime. And seeing where this turn goes from here. See how afraid of this Mr. Rime they are. What have I done? I've created a monster, Broly. I've created a monster. They go for the E-Web here. All right. Fair. Followed by the Max Quake. I think I take this, though. They Quake the Ogre again? No, they're Quaking Rime. That means they're a +2 special defense. Do I knock this out? I might not knock this out. Yeah, I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. Wow. The Rillaboom might be able to, though. This is a little concerning, huh? What do I do? Because I have a lot of options here. I have more options than I like to have. I can either go for the Alecki. I can either go for the Alecki with the Rilla, or I can go for the Lando with the Rilla. Never mind, the Alecki unfortunately just got all of its health back. Great! So I think my options just changed. I have to just go for the Alecki with the Rime, and I have to go for the Grassy onto the Lando. Knock out the Lando. Which should knock out Lando with Life Orb. Oh, even better. So I'm going to be able to break the Sash, like, for sure now. Big Light onto Lando. More than enough to knock out with the Life Orb. Thank you very much. Hailstorm now. Into the lucky spot. We'll do some damage. Definitely more damage than, you know, the grassy terrain can heal up. Now, what's their last? Their last has to be Zacian, right? I feel like they would be more focused on this Rillaboom if their last was Ogre. So I'm going to go ahead and say that they have Zacian in the back. A couple of Grassy Glides. Yeah, they do. A couple of Grassy Glides from this Rillaboom should do a lot of damage, though. I can't protect with Mr. Rime, which is unfortunate. But I'm going to try to Max Strike anyway. I'm going to glide the Alecki here. As long as they don't knock out my Rillaboom this turn, I might still have a chance to win this. With like an Origin Pulse plus a Grassy Glide onto their Zacian. It's actually a very difficult game. Yeah, big Grassy Glide into the Alecki. Does knock out. Perfect. Wonderful. Life Orb putting in some work today, folks. B-Blade, unfortunately, into Rilla, though. But the Max Strike. Hold on. The Max Strike. I'm lowering the speed on this Zacian. Is it enough, though? That's all I wanted, was to lower the speed on the Zacian. It didn't matter what moves I went for on the Zacian, because there's no way the Zacian is taking damage from my other moves. It resists everything. Now, my next turn is still very pivotal and very crucial. I think I'm going for a freeze, because I think I got nothing to lose otherwise. Should I? There's no, listen up. There's no way they go for the Rime spot, because the Rime spot isn't threatening. They always go for Ogre. So I have nothing to lose by just Ice Beaming the Zacian and protecting. Right? And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and play nice and dumb, nice and stupid. They still have a very good chance of winning this. We're going to try to strip that chance from them. They go for the sword into the Ogre. We're actually going to live that, which is really nice. That's all that they have going for them. Ice Beam. Freeze! That healing noise made me think it actually froze, but it didn't. I'm going to keep going for Ice Beams. Like I said, nothing to lose, so. Ice Beam again. And O-Pulse now, right? Could also try to go for Paras. Which would miss less. Nah, I'm going to O-Pulse. I'm going to O-Pulse and I'm going to protect. Because single target O-Pulse, I outspeed thanks to the -1, dude. Hilarious. They're not max speed Zacian, I think. I don't think I'm supposed to outspeed there. Hey, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. It's 2 wins, 1 loss in today's episode, and 2 Dynamax Mr. Rhymes. What else can you guys ask for from me? Anyway, let's go ahead and get you guys that rental code. And here you have the rental code for the Mr. Rime team. I'm sure, and Absolian's probably watching this video saying, Kevin, what are you doing? I'm sure that I'm playing this completely incorrectly, right? I feel like that the majority of the times you're supposed to Dynamax the Naganadel, not the Mr. Rime, and I did the opposite, right? But I think all in all, we got a pretty decent outcome with the team. 2 wins, 1 loss, nothing to scoff at there, right? Now, the unfortunate thing about Naganadel is that it's just not as fast as other restricted Pokemon in the format, or, you know, restricted Pokemon in general. The speed tiers are just way above Naganadel's caliber right now, so running the weakness policy on it is a little bit scary most of the time. And there's just so many good restricted dragons that outspeed it, can one-shot you. Yes, the Whimsicott Tailwind does help in certain situations, but there's other situations where they're also running Whimsicott where you just really like to have maybe a Trick Room Whim at the same time. That's total best of 1 cheese, but I would be on the fence with like eliminating Encore maybe for like Trick Room Whim, especially since you're Mental Herb anyway, so that when they Tailwind you can Trick Room instead. But overall, I love this team. Very fun team. Very, very interesting. It's, you know, it's an off-meta team. It's meant to be fun. It's not meant to be amazing. It's meant to be decent enough to get you some wins sometimes. And in this case, we got 2 of them. Anyway, Thank you so much, Epsolian, for making this team public, and thank you guys so much for watching. Until the end, do greatly appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Pokesports is growing at a rate faster than I am even prepared to fathom. So keep surprising me. I like it. Anyway, I'm Kevin Pokesports. Thanks for watching. Have a great night, and peace out. Bye-bye.